Today, I want to discuss something that affects us all: distractions. We live in a world where distractions are ubiquitous, constantly vying for our attention and pulling us away from our goals. However, the good news is that we have the power to overcome these distractions and stay focused on what truly matters. In today's message, I want to share 5 ways to overcome distractions and stay focused on your goals. These strategies are ones that I have personally used and have seen tremendous results from. It's important to know that you are not alone in this struggle. We all face distractions in our lives, whether it's the constant buzz of notifications on our phones or the never-ending to-do list. By listening to this message, you are taking the first step towards turning things around. You are taking control of your life and your goals. So, get ready, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to share practical and actionable tips that will help you stay focused and on track towards your dreams. Let's dive in and learn how to overcome distractions and stay focused on our goals, because, as I always say, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. So, let's build that bridge together and make our dreams a reality. Starting with number 5, the 5th way to overcome distractions and stay focused on your goals is to stay motivated. Motivation is the fuel that drives us towards our goals. It is the fire that keeps burning inside of us, pushing us to take action and make our dreams a reality. Without motivation, our goals will remain just dreams. But with motivation, we can turn those dreams into our reality. So, how do we stay motivated in the face of distractions? How do we keep that fire burning bright within us? Let me share with you some strategies that have helped me and countless others to stay motivated and focused on our goals. First and foremost, we must have a clear vision of what we want to achieve. As the saying goes, if you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. Without a clear vision, we will easily get sidetracked and lose our motivation. Take some time to sit down and define your goals. Write them down and be specific. What do you want to achieve? When do you want to achieve it by? How will you feel when you achieve it? The more detailed your vision is, the more motivated you will be to make it a reality. Next, we must have a strong purpose behind our goals. Why do you want to achieve these goals? What is the deeper meaning and purpose behind them? When we have a strong purpose, we are more likely to stay motivated and focused, even in the face of distractions. Our purpose gives us the drive and determination to keep going, no matter what challenges or obstacles we may face. Another powerful way to stay motivated is to surround ourselves with positive and supportive people. The people we spend time with have a significant influence on our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. If we surround ourselves with negative and pessimistic people, it will be challenging to stay motivated and focused. But when we surround ourselves with positive and supportive individuals, they will lift us up, encourage us, and remind us of our goals and purpose when we need it the most. In addition to surrounding ourselves with positive people, we must also feed our minds with positive and inspiring information. This can come in the form of books, podcasts, seminars, or anything that uplifts and motivates us. Our minds are like sponges, and what we expose them to will have a significant impact on our thoughts and actions. So, make a conscious effort to feed your mind with positivity and inspiration every day. This will help you stay motivated and focused on your goals. Another powerful way to stay motivated is to celebrate your progress. Often, we get so caught up in the pursuit of our goals that we forget to celebrate our achievements along the way. But celebrating our progress is essential because it gives us a sense of accomplishment and motivates us to keep going. So, take some time to acknowledge and celebrate the milestones you have achieved on your journey towards your goals. It will give you the motivation and momentum to keep moving forward. Furthermore, we must learn to manage our time effectively. Time is our most valuable resource, and how we use it will determine the level of success we achieve. When we are not managing our time well, we can easily get distracted and lose our motivation. But when we have a clear schedule and prioritize our tasks, we can stay focused and motivated to accomplish our goals. Remember, time wasted is never regained, so make the most of every moment and use it wisely. Lastly, we must have a positive attitude towards our goals and the journey towards achieving them. As the saying goes, your attitude determines your altitude. If we have a negative attitude towards our goals, we will struggle to stay motivated and focused. But when we have a positive attitude, we will see challenges as opportunities for growth and setbacks as lessons to be learned. A positive attitude will help us stay resilient and determined, even in the face of distractions. Let's dive into the number 4 way to overcome distractions and stay focused on your goals, and that, my friends, is practice time management. Time management is not just about managing our time, it is about managing ourselves within that time. It is the process of planning and organizing how much time we spend on specific activities to maximize productivity and achieve our goals. It's about setting priorities, eliminating distractions, and using our time wisely. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking. I am already busy enough. How can I possibly manage my time better? Well, let me tell you, my friends, time management is not about being busy, it's about being productive. It's not about doing more, it's about doing what matters most. As the saying goes, work smarter, not harder, and that is exactly what time management allows us to do. So, how can we practice time management to overcome distractions and stay focused on our goals? The first step is to identify our priorities. What are the most important things in our lives? What are our long-term goals? Once we have a clear understanding of our priorities, we can then create a plan to allocate our time accordingly. This brings me to my next point, creating a schedule. A schedule is a powerful tool when it comes to time management. It allows us to structure our day and ensure that we are spending our time on the things that matter most. Now, I'm not saying that we need to plan out every minute of our day, but having a rough outline of our day can help us stay on track and avoid getting sidetracked by distractions. One of the biggest distractions in today's world is technology. We are constantly bombarded with notifications, messages, and social media updates. And while technology has its benefits, it can also be a huge time waster if not used wisely. So, it is crucial to set boundaries when it comes to technology. Designate specific times of the day to check your emails and social media, and stick to it. This will not only help you stay focused, but it will also give you more control over your time. Another key aspect of time management is learning to say no. Many of us struggle with saying no, whether it is to our friends, family, or colleagues. We want to be helpful and accommodating, but sometimes saying yes to everything can lead to us feeling overwhelmed and overworked. So, it is important to set boundaries and learn to say no to things that do not align with our priorities or goals. Remember, saying no to one thing means saying yes to something else, something that truly matters to us. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, procrastination. We have all been guilty of it at some point in our lives. We put off important tasks and convince ourselves that we will do it later. But as we all know, later often turns into never. So, how can we overcome procrastination and use our time more effectively? The answer is simple: just start. Often, the hardest part of any task is getting started. But once we take that first step, we gain momentum, and the task becomes easier to complete. So, my friends, do not let procrastination stand in the way of your success. Just start, and you will see the results. Lastly, one of the most effective ways to practice time management is to take breaks. I know it may sound counterintuitive, but taking breaks can actually help us be more productive. Our brains need rest, and by taking short breaks throughout the day, we can recharge and come back to our tasks with a fresh perspective. So, do not feel guilty about taking breaks. They are essential for maintaining our focus and productivity. Now, to number 3. The third way to overcome distractions and stay focused on your goals is to eliminate distractions. Yes, you heard me right. Eliminate them. Distractions are like weeds in a garden. If left unattended, they grow and choke out the beautiful flowers. Similarly, if we allow distractions to take over our lives, they will suffocate our dreams and goals. But the good news is that we have the power to eliminate distractions. We have the power to take control of our lives and steer it towards success. And the first step in this process is to identify the distractions in our lives. What are the things that are hindering our progress? Is it social media? Is it television? Is it negative people? Is it our own negative thoughts? Whatever it may be, it is crucial to identify them and make a conscious effort to eliminate them. Now, I understand that eliminating distractions is easier said than done. We live in a world that is constantly bombarding us with distractions. But remember, we are in control of our lives. We have the power to choose how we spend our time and what we focus on. So, take control, eliminate distractions, and stay focused on your goals. We hold the power to select what we permit and what we exclude, and it all commences with our mindset. We require a resilient and unwavering mindset, squarely fixed on our objectives. As the adage says, where focus goes, energy flows. So, how do we eradicate distractions? The initial step is establishing boundaries. This entails creating a schedule and adhering to it, declining activities incongruent with our goals, and setting constraints on social media and television time. Additionally, surrounding ourselves with positive and supportive individuals aids in maintaining focus. The subsequent step is organizing our environment. Our physical surroundings significantly influence our mental state. Streamlining and arranging our space can substantially heighten our focus and productivity. Following that, mindfulness practice comes into play. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment and engaged in our tasks. When mindful, external distractions have less sway. Thus, when we catch ourselves getting sidetracked, taking a deep breath and returning our attention to the present moment is beneficial. The fourth step is curtailing multitasking. Despite its perceived value, multitasking is fallacious. Our brains aren't wired to effectively handle multiple tasks. Initiating with modest tasks and gradually escalating complexity aids in cultivating discipline over time. Maintaining a positive mindset is also pivotal. Our thoughts significantly influence our actions and behaviors. A positive mindset fosters focus and motivation, while negativity breeds distraction. Thus, replacing negative thoughts with positive affirmations and surrounding ourselves with supportive individuals is crucial. In conclusion, setting clear and specific goals serves as the cornerstone for conquering distractions and sustaining focus. Measurable, specific, and challenging yet achievable goals, coupled with consistent action, propel us towards success. Remember, success isn't merely pursued, it's attracted through unwavering commitment and personal growth. Thank you for your attention. Overcoming fear and stepping outside your comfort zone. Hello friends, today's message is about overcoming fear and stepping outside of your comfort zone. I know this is a topic that many of us struggle with, myself included. The truth is, fear is a natural part of life. It's what keeps us safe and protected, but it can also hold us back from reaching our full potential and experiencing all that life has to offer. In this video, we will discuss 5 powerful ways to conquer fear and break out of our comfort zones. And let me tell you, you are not alone in this journey. We all have fears and doubts, but by listening to this message, you can turn things around and start living a life of courage and growth. So, grab a pen and paper, take some notes, and get ready to take your first step towards a life of abundance and fulfillment. Let's dive in. 1. Practicing self-care. The 5th way to overcome fear and step outside your comfort zone is practicing self-care. Now, you may wonder how self-care can help you overcome fear. Let me tell you, my friends, self-care is not just about pampering yourself or taking a bubble bath. It's about taking care of your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. When you take care of yourself, you become stronger, more resilient, and better equipped to face your fears. First and foremost, practicing self-care means taking care of your physical health. This includes getting enough rest, eating nutritious food, and exercising regularly. When you're physically healthy, you have more energy, feel more confident, and are better able to handle stress and anxiety. Moreover, taking care of your mental health is crucial. Our minds are powerful tools, but they can also be our biggest enemies. Fear often stems from our thoughts and beliefs. Practicing mindfulness and being present in the moment can help quiet our minds and alleviate anxiety. Surrounding ourselves with positive and supportive people can also uplift our spirits and provide the courage needed to confront our fears. Lastly, let's talk about the importance of taking care of our emotional well-being. Fear can often manifest as intense emotions such as anxiety, stress, and even anger. When these emotions become overwhelming, they can paralyze us and prevent us from taking action. That's why it's crucial to practice self-care for our emotions. One way to do this is by acknowledging and accepting our emotions. It's okay to feel fear, but it's essential to recognize and acknowledge it rather than push it away. When we accept our emotions, we can then work on managing them in a healthy way. This can include techniques such as deep breathing, journaling, or talking to a trusted friend or therapist. Another way to take care of our emotional well-being is by practicing self-compassion. We are often our own worst critics, especially when we experience fear. Instead of beating ourselves up, we need to show ourselves kindness and understanding. We need to remind ourselves that it's okay to be afraid and that we are capable of facing our fears. 2. Surrounding yourself with supportive people. The fourth way to overcome fear and step outside your comfort zone is to surround yourself with supportive people. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, what does surrounding myself with supportive people have to do with overcoming fear? Well, my friends, let me tell you, it has everything to do with it. We all have fears, big or small. It could be fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown, or even fear of success. And these fears hold us back from reaching our full potential. They keep us trapped in our comfort zones, limiting our growth and success. But what if I told you that the people you surround yourself with can either fuel your fears or help you conquer them? Yes, my friends, the people you choose to surround yourself with can make all the difference in your journey towards personal development. When we are surrounded by negative, unsupportive people, it's like carrying a heavy weight on our shoulders. They constantly bring us down, doubt our abilities, and make us question our dreams and goals. And this negativity can seep into our minds, making us doubt ourselves and our capabilities. But when we surround ourselves with supportive people, it's like having a team of cheerleaders by our side. They lift us up, encourage us, and believe in us, even when we don't believe in ourselves. They push us to step outside our comfort zones and conquer our fears. Surrounding yourself with supportive people not only helps you overcome your fears, but it also helps you grow as a person. You see, we are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. If you surround yourself with negative, toxic people, you will become negative and toxic yourself. But if you surround yourself with positive, supportive people, you will become positive and supportive yourself. So, how do we surround ourselves with supportive people? Well, the first step is to identify the people in our lives who are not supportive. These could be friends, family members, or even colleagues. I'm not saying you should cut these people out of your life completely, but you need to limit your time with them. Next, you need to actively seek out supportive people. These could be friends, mentors, or even joining a supportive community or group. Look for people who have similar goals and values as you. These are the people who will understand your journey and support you every step of the way. But it's not just about finding supportive people, it's also about being a supportive person yourself. Remember, we are trying to change our mindset if we want to overcome fear and step outside our comfort zone. So, how do we change our mindset? Well, it all starts with awareness. You need to become aware of your current mindset and how it is affecting your life. Are you constantly thinking negative thoughts? Are you limiting yourself with self-doubt and fear? Once you become aware of these patterns, you can start to challenge them and replace them with more positive and empowering thoughts. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be easy. It takes time and effort to change your mindset. But let me tell you, it is worth it. Because once you start to shift your thoughts, you will start to see a shift in your actions and ultimately your results. One of the most effective ways to change your mindset is through affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that you repeat to yourself daily. They help to reprogram your subconscious mind and replace negative thoughts with positive ones. For example, if you're afraid of public speaking, you can repeat affirmations such as, "I am a confident and charismatic speaker," or "I love speaking in front of a crowd." Another powerful way to change your mindset is through visualization. Our minds cannot differentiate between what is real and what is imagined. So, by visualizing yourself successfully overcoming your fears and stepping outside your comfort zone, you are training your mind to believe that it is possible. And when your mind believes something is possible, it becomes easier to take action towards achieving it. But here's the thing, my friends, changing your mindset is not a one-time thing. It is an ongoing process. You need to constantly monitor your thoughts and make sure they are aligned with your goals and aspirations. And when you find yourself slipping back into negative thinking, you need to quickly catch yourself and redirect your thoughts. Now, I want to share with you a personal story of how changing my mindset transformed my life. As some of you may know, I started off as a broke farm boy from Idaho. I had no education, no money, and no direction in life. But I had a burning desire to succeed, and that is when I stumbled upon the power of personal development and changing my mindset. I started reading books, attending seminars, and surrounding myself with successful and positive-minded individuals. I started to believe that I was capable of achieving great things in my life. And let me tell you, my friends, that belief changed everything for me. I went on to become a successful entrepreneur, a best-selling author, and a world-renowned motivational speaker. And it all started with changing my mindset. I am a living testament to the power of this third way to overcome fear and step outside your comfort zone. Now, I want to challenge all of you to do the same. Take a good hard look at your mindset and start making changes where necessary. Surround yourself with positivity and constantly feed your mind with empowering thoughts. Trust me, you will see a significant difference in your life. 2. Taking small steps. The number 2 way to overcome fear and step outside your comfort zone is simple. Take small steps. Yes, you heard me right. Taking small steps is the key to conquering fear and breaking free from your comfort zone. You see, many of us have this misconception that in order to achieve success, we must take big, bold, and courageous actions. We believe that we must take giant leaps out of our comfort zone to make significant progress in our lives. But let me tell you this, my friends, that is not always the case. In fact, taking big steps can often lead to failure and disappointment. When we try to do too much too soon, we become overwhelmed, and fear takes over. We start to doubt ourselves, and we retreat back to our comfort zone feeling defeated and demotivated. On the other hand, taking small steps allows us to build momentum and gain confidence. It gives us the opportunity to learn and grow gradually without overwhelming ourselves. It is like climbing a mountain, my friends. You don't start at the top. You take one step at a time, and before you know it, you have reached the summit. So, how can we take small steps to overcome fear and step outside our comfort zone? The first step is to identify your fears. What is it that you are afraid of? Is it public speaking, taking risks, or trying something new? Once you have identified your fears, the next step is to break them down into smaller, more manageable steps. Let me give you an example. If you're afraid of public speaking, start by speaking in front of a small group of friends or family members. Then gradually increase the size of your audience until you feel comfortable speaking in front of a larger group. By taking small steps, you are building your confidence and overcoming your fear one step at a time. The next step is to embrace discomfort. Yes, my friends, discomfort is a necessary part of growth. We must be willing to step out of our comfort zone and embrace the discomfort that comes with it. Remember, growth and comfort cannot coexist. So the next time you feel uncomfortable, embrace it. It is a sign that you are making progress and moving towards your goals. Another way to take small steps is to set achievable goals. Many of us set big, audacious goals, and while that is admirable, it can also be overwhelming. Instead, set smaller, achievable goals that will lead you towards your ultimate goal. Celebrate each small victory and use that momentum to keep pushing forward. Taking small steps also requires patience and persistence. Rome was not built in a day, and neither will your success. It takes time and effort to overcome fear and step outside your comfort zone. But with patience and persistence, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Lastly, surround yourself with a supportive community. Having a support system can make all the difference in overcoming fear and stepping outside your comfort zone. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, who motivate and inspire you to keep going. And remember, you are not alone in this journey. We are all in this together, and together we can achieve greatness. 1. Identifying the root of your fear. Fear is a powerful emotion. It can paralyze us, hold us back, and keep us from reaching our full potential. But fear is also a natural part of life. We all experience fear at some point, and that is okay. The key is to not let fear control us, but rather to understand it, face it, and use it to our advantage. So, what is the number 1 way to overcome fear and step outside your comfort zone? It is simple yet powerful. Identify the root of your fear. You see, fear is like a weed. If you only cut off the surface, it will continue to grow back. But if you dig deep and pull out the root, it will never come back. In order to truly overcome fear, we must understand where it comes from. And let me tell you, fear has many roots. It could be a past experience, a limiting belief, or even a societal expectation. But the important thing is that we take the time to identify the root of our fear. Now, I know that this may not be an easy task. It may require some deep introspection and vulnerability, but trust me, it is worth it. Because once we identify the root of our fear, we can begin to uproot it and replace it with something more empowering. Let me give you an example. I have a friend who was terrified of public speaking. Every time she had to give a presentation, her heart would race, her hands would shake, and her mind would go blank. She would avoid any opportunity to speak in front of a group, even if it meant missing out on career advancement. But one day, she decided to identify the root of her fear. Through some reflection and coaching, she realized that her fear stemmed from a childhood experience where she was ridiculed for a class presentation. This experience had created a limiting belief that she was not a good speaker and would always fail in front of an audience. Once she identified the root of her fear, she was able to challenge that belief and replace it with a more empowering one. She started to practice and seek out opportunities to speak in front of small groups, and with each successful presentation, her fear began to diminish. Today, she is a confident and sought-after speaker, and her fear is no longer holding her back. You see, by identifying the root of her fear, my friend was able to take control of it and replace it with something more empowering. And this is what I want for each and every one of you. I want you to identify the root of your fear and uproot it. Now, I know that some of you may be thinking, but Jim, what if I don't know the root of my fear? Well, my friends, that is where personal development comes in. And that is why I am so passionate about this topic. Personal development is the process of improving oneself through self-awareness, education, and action. It is about continuously growing, learning, and becoming the best version of ourselves. And it is through personal development that we can identify the root of our fear and take the necessary steps to overcome it. So, how do we start on this journey of personal development? It begins with self-awareness. We must take the time to understand ourselves, our thoughts, our beliefs, and our fears. This could be through journaling, meditation, or seeking out a coach or mentor. Once we have a better understanding of ourselves, we can then educate ourselves. This could be through reading books, attending seminars, or listening to podcasts. We must continuously feed our minds with new ideas and perspectives. But personal development is not just about knowledge. It is also about taking action. It is about putting into practice what we have learned and challenging ourselves to step outside our comfort zones. And as we do this, we will continue to grow and evolve. My friends, personal development is a lifelong journey. It is not a destination but a continuous process. And as we continue to develop ourselves, we will not only overcome our fears but also reach new heights of success and fulfillment. In closing, I want to leave you with this thought. Fear is a natural part of life, but it does not have to control us. The number one way to overcome fear and step outside your comfort zone is to identify the root of your fear. And the journey of personal development is the key to unlocking that root and becoming the best version of yourself. For now, I challenge each and every one of you to take the first step towards personal development by identifying the root of your fear. And remember, fear may be a powerful emotion, but you are even more powerful. Thank you.